Hi y'all, welcome back to Solaris. My name is Moss and today's speed build is going to be for a small playground slash park area, and it's going to kind of start bridging the area between the entrance and the sort of western part of the island where a neighborhood is going to go. So the playground is going to be kind of part of that neighborhood or on the edge of the neighborhood. So this is where this area is in relation to the entrance. I've started working on a little community garden back here too, but I'm not really going to be working on that in this video. So anyway, let's get started. I started out this build by just extending this straight path that runs along the canal, and this will eventually connect to the neighborhood that I'm going to build on this western, sort of southwestern part of the island. I initially did not do this right. I forgot the strip of grass in between the two dirt paths, but I will fix it eventually. Okay, this is so annoying to look at. For some reason, in this moment, I completely forgot that you can put down custom designs with the Island Designer tool, and I normally would do that when I'm working with like a long straight path border, but I don't know why I did it like this. So clearly this playground is a little bit cluttered, and I can't really decide if it's in a good way or if it just doesn't look good. I didn't want to use up any more space than this because I genuinely have so many ideas for this island that I just need as much space as I can have. So hopefully it's not too cramped because I just really don't want to make this area much bigger, but let me know what you think. But yeah, I'm adding some of this like circular pathing here to connect the playground to the garden, and it'll eventually also be connected to the neighborhood, of course. I did struggle a little bit, as you can see, with the arrangement of these circular paths and the little flower stones that I like to put around them, but hopefully it'll all sort itself out eventually. I think at this point, because I'm recording this voiceover a couple days later and I've done a lot of building since then, I think eventually I got rid of a lot of this and ended up doing some more like straight continuous paths, but it's all up in the air for now. This island is still pretty young. As I was building this like playground area, I was thinking about like myself as a kid and what I would have liked in a playground or park when I was a kid. And I feel like when I was little, I didn't really gravitate towards like the jungle gym or the sandbox or anything like that. I would more like go off and find a tree to hang out under or like a patch of nature to just chill in. So I just wanted to add a little something like that in this playground / park area, like sort of a tiny little patch of trees in an area for like a picnic or just vibing or whatever. So I just have this little tiny grove with a picnic blanket and stuff. Something else that I was thinking about a lot while I was building this area and while editing the video is that I really don't want this island to be like an overgrown city. Like I want Solaris to appear to be like a green city with lots of trees and gardens and everything, but that's very well organized and well maintained and not overgrown or like messy. And I'm kind of worried that this area I'm working on here is towing that line a little bit too much. Like maybe it's a little too messy or might appear a little more overgrown rather than well maintained. So it's tricky trying to figure out that balance. Okay, well this playground park area is complete. I added a couple little things before I filmed those final clips just to tie everything together, and overall I am pretty pleased with how this turned out, but let me know in the comments what you think. Stay tuned for my next build where I'm going to be starting to put a neighborhood together, which I'm so excited about. So I hope y'all are doing well, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye!